Chosen one. Expect something unexplainable soon. Something happened. Something in the atmosphere has shifted. Something invisible yet undeniable is moving toward you with the force of destiny. What you're feeling in your spirit isn't confusion. It's confirmation. You may not be able to explain it with logic, but your soul recognizes the magnitude of what's approaching. It's something holy, something weighty, something wrapped in divine mystery. And though the world around you may seem calm, still, or even mundane, behind the veil of reality, something happened. A decision was made in your favor. And now, expect the unexplainable. Watch this video till the end, chosen one, and write your warmest wishes and type 777 in the comments. Let this be a divine exchange, a moment of energetic alignment. As you send out your wishes, the universe listens, God responds, and heaven begins to echo your desires. Something is stirring. Something sacred is on its way to you. Your agreement in this moment activates more than you know. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There are events that shake nations. There are signs that call attention. But then there are occurrences that happen in silence. Sudden shifts that carry no noise, no headlines, no dramatic sound effects. And yet, they alter everything. What's about to happen for you, chosen one, is one of those quiet but cataclysmic events. A turning point hidden beneath the surface. This is not something you can plan for. It's not something you can rehearse. It's not even something you can predict. Because what's coming is unexplainable, yet entirely orchestrated. You've been sensing it, haven't you? Those moments where you pause for no reason, when your thoughts drift off, and you catch yourself daydreaming without a clear picture. That feeling that something is near, but you can't quite define it. That's not coincidence. That's not imagination. That is your inner being responding to a supernatural signal. You've been marked for something remarkable. And now, something happened that has changed the course of your life in secret. You may not know what yet, but soon it will announce itself in undeniable ways. The strange delays, the unplanned detours, the sudden endings. All of it was divine misdirection, strategic interruptions designed to lead you to the moment you are about to enter. You see, chosen one, when something unexplainable is coming, heaven often goes quiet. The silence before the shift is not absence, it's preparation. God was preparing the stage, aligning players, rearranging the set of your life behind the curtain. And now, the spotlight is about to hit your path, revealing a scene you didn't audition for, but were always destined to lead. Don't be alarmed if others around you don't feel what you feel. This calling wasn't a conference call. The mystery surrounding your next season was sealed specifically for your spirit. That's why your surroundings feel unfamiliar. That's why your appetite for what once satisfied you has vanished. The old rooms no longer fit your spirit, because a new dimension has opened up before you, and you are being pulled, not by logic, not by schedule, not by convenience, but by divine urgency. Your dreams may have been quiet, but they were not forgotten. In fact, your dreams were waiting for this exact vibration, and something happened in the spirit realm that just gave those dreams permission to unfold. You are about to walk into spaces you never trained for, but were spiritually equipped for. Your heart knows it. Your intuition is on high alert. You've been activated. And now comes the appearance of the unexplainable. Chosen one, do not panic when you start losing track of time. Do not fear the unplanned blessings. Do not second-guess the sudden influx of favor. It won't make sense. It's not supposed to. This is not logic-based elevation. It is revelation-based positioning. And those who try to understand you through old terms will be left confused, because you are now being written into a chapter that has no earthly author. Heaven has taken the pen. The next pages of your life are not a sequel. They are a divine debut. You didn't miss your moment. You weren't forgotten in the process. In fact, what felt like delay was a divine tactic to reroute you into perfect alignment. You had to arrive late in human time to arrive early in heaven's time. Something unexplainable had to happen behind the scenes so that you would be ready when the curtains opened. And now, they are opening. There's a new rhythm rising inside you. You can't explain it, but you feel more clear, more certain, more quiet, but not passive. You are being drawn by invisible strings to unfamiliar blessings. And here's the truth. Not everyone can handle what's coming to you. That's why certain people had to exit. That's why some circles couldn't continue. This new season requires divine discretion. The next part of your life cannot be explained, only experienced. And only those tuned to your frequency will be able to travel with you. The terrain ahead is rich, mysterious, and magnetic. And it will feel like you've stepped into a movie written for your soul. The signs will be subtle, but sure. You'll meet someone who says exactly what you needed to hear. You'll receive an offer that seems too good to be true, but it isn't. Doors will open without you knocking. Solutions will appear before you ask. Why? Because something happened. A decision, a decree, a silent release in the spirit realm that now rushes into your physical life. Expect odd timings. Expect unexpected connections. Expect to be called to do things that don't make sense to others, but feel right to you. The path ahead is not traditional. It's transformational. And as you walk it, your identity will continue to upgrade. The old version of you cannot walk into this future. That's why you've been feeling the inner shifts. It's not anxiety, it's alignment. It's not stress, it's spiritual stretching. Something divine is shaping you into the vessel that can carry the weight of what's next. You've been chosen to birth something unusual. Your life will be a sign. Your success will be a prophecy fulfilled. You'll speak with a clarity that cannot be taught. You'll glow with a peace that confuses onlookers. You will do less and attract more. Why? Because heaven has assigned grace to you. Because something supernatural moved in your favor. Because the unexplainable is now inevitable. You've crossed a spiritual threshold, and whether or not you realize it, your name was whispered into divine chambers. The vibration of your purpose shook unseen realms. Something was said about you that shifted the atmosphere. And though your physical environment may look the same, your spiritual placement is entirely different now. You are not where you were. You are not who you were. The veil has lifted. You're now walking in the energy of what has already happened. Chosen one, hear this deeply. You are being guided by something that cannot be measured. And that's what makes it unshakable. The call on your life is not based on what you know. It's based on who you are. And right now, everything that belongs to that version of you, the bold, healed, elevated you, is being summoned. It's not chaos. It's divine choreography, the strange events, the people showing up out of nowhere, the dreams resurfacing. It's all synchronized under one truth. Something unexplainable is in motion. You're not behind. You're not stuck. You're just being pulled into an experience that cannot be prepared for in human terms. This isn't a test. This is a divine turn. And turns don't make sense until you've completed the pivot. The space you're in may feel confusing right now, but it's not confusion. It's recalibration. Your spirit is updating. Your vision is expanding. Your awareness is being stretched beyond logic so you can enter the miraculous. This is why your timeline had to be different. This is why you couldn't take the common path. Your destiny required mystery. It required solitude. It required you to walk through silence while trusting an invisible map. Because the moment that just happened, though it remains unseen, needed your undivided faith. If you had known what was going on, you might have tried to control it. But heaven didn't need your control. It needed your surrender. And you did that. You surrendered when you kept going, despite not understanding. You surrendered when you let go of what you thought life should be. You surrendered when you kept believing in the vision, despite the delay. That posture created spiritual permission. And once that permission was given, something happened. Something final. Something irreversible. Your new timeline began, and now the rest of your life is about to look nothing like the chapters behind you. Expect interruptions that serve your elevation. Expect invitations to places you never applied to. Expect resources from unfamiliar hands. Expect divine collisions, meetings that shift everything. This isn't fantasy. This is fulfillment. When the supernatural aligns with your spirit, the impossible becomes your new normal. You're not waiting for the miracle. You're walking toward it. Every step forward now is a step into what's already been written for you. Don't dismiss the small signs, a repeated number, a stranger's unexpected kindness, a dream that keeps replaying, a shift in energy that feels like lightning under your skin. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The unexplainable is never silent. It speaks in subtle power. And it's speaking now, whispering through divine hints. And those with awakened eyes and listening hearts will hear it clearly. What's approaching you doesn't have a warning label. It will come suddenly. A phone call, a moment, a new connection, a burst of insight that unlocks everything. You don't need to understand it. You need to welcome it. You need to stay open, available, in alignment. The door isn't opening for the old version of you. The access being granted now is for who you've become through the wilderness. You had to feel lost to understand divine direction. You had to be empty so you could be filled supernaturally. You had to be still so the shift could happen without resistance. You had to be quiet so your soul could receive what logic would have rejected. And now, your spirit is resonating with this message because it remembers what heaven spoke over you long ago. You're not learning, you're remembering. And what you're remembering is your power, your purpose, your divine place. This is not a coincidence. This moment, this message, this encounter with destiny, this is a confirmation that your story is being rewritten in real time. The ink is divine, the pages are prophetic, and the hand writing your next chapter is the same hand that parted seas and broke limits. You are not ordinary. You are not random. You are chosen, and the unexplainable must follow those who are marked by the miraculous. Do not resist what feels unfamiliar. Sometimes God hides blessings in strange packages. Sometimes elevation looks like disruption. Sometimes peace comes wrapped in uncertainty. Don't rush to define what's unfolding. Let it unfold. Don't shrink to make it comfortable. Expand to make it possible. You were not born for predictable paths. You were created for divine disruption. And right now, something has been disrupted in your favor. There will be a moment, very soon, where the message becomes physical. It will no longer be just a feeling. It will become a scene, a reality, a result. And when that happens, you'll remember this. Something happened. Something powerful. Something ancient. Something heavenly. And it was for you. You'll try to explain it. Others will ask how it happened. But you won't have a formula. You won't have steps. You'll only have a knowing, I was called, I aligned, and it came. That's the path of the chosen one. That's your journey. Miracles without manuals. Paths without maps. Doors that appear out of nowhere. And now, one of those doors is just ahead. Keep walking. Keep expecting. Keep aligning. The atmosphere is primed. The energy is heightened. And something beautiful, strange, and supernatural is about to crash into your reality. The unexplainable isn't coming to confuse you. It's coming to complete you. It's not showing up to disrupt your peace, but to confirm your place. You've been waiting, growing, shedding layers, and becoming someone who can handle what's beyond comprehension. And now, heaven is answering not just your prayers, but your preparation. You didn't just wish for this. You were built for this. Every quiet season you endured, every storm you outlasted, every moment you walked by faith instead of sight, it has all led here. The truth is, what's about to manifest couldn't be given to just anyone. That's why you were hidden. That's why you were preserved. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. Because what's coming now is sacred, and it needed a sacred vessel to carry it. You were never behind. You were being readied. And now, something beyond explanation is seeking you out. Not because of what you have, but because of who you are. The shift didn't begin around you. It started within you. And because your inner atmosphere changed, your external world must now adjust. That's why you may suddenly feel like you don't belong in familiar places. That's why conversations don't hold the same weight anymore. That's why silence feels more valuable than noise. It's not detachment. It's divine upgrade. Your system is syncing with a higher vibration, and that new frequency is attracting what your past self couldn't hold. Something happened, chosen one. The timing clicked. The angels moved. The locks opened. The seals broke. And now, what once seemed impossible has been scheduled. The divine calendar has shifted in your favor, and all that was hovering is now being released. You're not chasing blessings anymore. They're chasing you. Because you became the version of yourself that heaven was waiting to endorse. This is why your discernment has become sharper. You're noticing more, feeling deeper, seeing clearer. This is not paranoia. It's prophetic vision. Your spirit is in tune with heaven's sound. That inner restlessness is your divine radar telling you something's coming. You may not see it yet, but you feel it. That's because it's close, closer than it's ever been. And any day now, the unexplainable will make itself known. Chosen one, get ready to be misjudged. Get ready to be misunderstood. Because when the supernatural shows up in your life, the natural mind can't process it. People may question your sudden rise, your breakthroughs, your glow-up. Let them. They weren't in the wilderness with you. They didn't feel what you had to feel to arrive here. What they call luck, you know as alignment. What they call overnight success, you'll recognize as spiritual timing. You've been praying for clarity, but heaven is sending completion. You've asked for understanding, but what's coming is peace. Peace that surpasses needing to understand. This next part of your life will be defined not by what you explain, but by what you embody. You won't have to say much. Your life will speak loudly. You'll be a living testimony of what it looks like when the invisible becomes undeniable. And here's what's most powerful. You didn't force this. You didn't beg for it. You didn't manipulate your way into it. You aligned. You trusted. You allowed. You softened where others hardened. You forgave where others held grudges. You let go where others clung. That's why heaven trusts you. That's why the favor being released over you now is irreversible. Because you passed tests in secret, and now your rewards will be public. Don't be surprised when your atmosphere starts responding to your presence. You'll walk into rooms and shift the energy without saying a word. You'll sense what others can't, see what others miss. Your aura is changing. Your name is carrying weight. Not because you're trying, but because you're chosen. And the chosen never need to prove. They just need to be. What's approaching doesn't require your hustle. It requires your surrender. You don't need to strategize your way into it. You only need to stay in flow. Follow the energy. Listen to the nudges. Trust the whispers. They are divine directions. This isn't the season of striving. It's the season of receiving. And receiving can feel strange when you're used to struggle. But this is your training now, learning how to let what's already yours arrive. Don't let the quiet fool you. Heaven is not still. Angels are not idle. Forces have been released to walk with you into this next chapter. Your path is being cleared without your effort. Conversations are happening in rooms you've never stepped into yet. But your name is there. Your essence has gone ahead of you. And soon, your feet will follow. Pay attention to divine delays. Sometimes the reason something hasn't arrived yet is because what's coming is even better than what you asked for. If something left, it made room for something greater. If a plan fell apart, it was because a better one was written while you slept. Don't cry over what collapsed. Praise for what's being constructed. You are not missing anything. You are being aligned with everything. Chosen one, your very presence is prophetic. And that's why you can't stay where you used to. That's why you can't shrink anymore. That's why certain doors closed. They weren't meant to hold your new vibration. And now, the unexplainable isn't just coming. It's calling your name.